What if Daniel Bryan had a better run in 2015? And welcome back, guys. And again, this is Mikeratto. And well, for this episode, we're going to book Daniel Bryan's return in 2015. Yes, the return of Daniel Bryan in real life is great. Well, they have him, return before the Rumble and hype him up. But losing to the Rumble, which means, Roman Reigns also loses all the support from the fans and they started to jeer him or to boo him in that instance. In this timeline, we're going to change some of those things so that while WWE's plans actually work. So, how will this go? Well, here we go. Since in real life, they booked Daniel Bryan to return before the Rumble, him going for the Intercontinental Championship, and retiring later on because of his injuries in this timeline, we're going to change that. Instead, he returns to the day after the Rumble. Would he go immediately for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship? In this timeline, I don't think so. Despite of the people wanting him to go for the World Championship right ahead, but we're going to change that and instead, we're booking Daniel Bryan to actually be the one who ends the authority once and for all. So what do I mean by this? Since the authority started their group because of Daniel Bryan being the world champion and all of that, they don't want Daniel Bryan to succeed. This time Daniel Bryan saw the Survivor Series 2014 pay-per-view, and then Cena was forced on bringing back the authority. In this timeline, he wanted to end it once and for all, and he sees an ally to which in the form of Sting. So yeah, the two will actually be the main rivals or the main opponents for the authority. So what does that mean? Instead of Randy Orton versus Seth Rollins, we have Daniel Bryan, Sting versus Triple H and Seth Rollins for WrestleMania. I know that this match will be more underwhelming, but considering what happened in real life in that ladder match, and later on that leads to his second retirement, let's just say that in this time, Daniel Bryan is more cautious in his wrestling style. So he will change. So how he actually wrestles in 2018? He actually wrestles in this type of way here. So yeah, lesser bumps, but yeah, still entertaining matches. So the Raw after Mania, Sting made his return after costing the authority a lot of things, and then in this timeline it will be changed. Instead, the authority will try to attack Sting, and then Daniel Bryan music's hit, to which he goes by, and then Sting and Daniel Bryan cleared the ring, to which Daniel Bryan gets the mic and he challenges Triple H and Seth Rollins for WrestleMania. And also, what does that mean? We don't get the awesome RKO at WrestleMania 31. I'm sorry, guys, but yeah, this happens. We see some promos with Sting, with Dale Bryan, with the Authority, with Sting talking about, his first debut in the WWE, now with him being part of it, and he's excited to be here, and actually, the Authority reminds him of the NWO while getting all of the things that the other superstars actually deserve, stealing the spotlight, and creating lives that made to into disaster. And for Daniel Bryan, he wants to personally end the authority because he sees everything, and in the failure of in Survivor Series 2014, when they have this huge stipulation match, and everything was thrown aside when they were actually reinstated a month later. So Daniel Bryan's focus now is to end the authority for this time. And for Triple H, he wanted to end Daniel Bryan's career, and also he wanted to end Sting and doesn't want him to put in the Hall of Fame. So what will be the stipulation for the match at Mania? Well, for the match of Mania, Sting's future Hall of Fame spot and while the authorities' livelihood or the authority group are on the line, to which, well, if the authority lose, the group disbands permanently. No returns, no nothing, no more presence of the group in the WWE. For Sting and Daniel Bryan losing, well, you have Sting's Hall of Fame wishes to be, well, obsolete or nothing. So yeah, that will be the build up, or you can put something that is more also for the group of Sting and Daniel Bryan. Also, well, you can have, well, the authorities have this Hall of Fame stipulation, and also Daniel Bryan not challenging for any world championship in the near future. So yeah, you can put those two stipulations since, well, the authority is a huge group. So, well, you have two stipulations: back and forth promos, Sting using his, well, crows. Daniel Bryan will actually try to have this thing face paint on him on one of those, well, promos. You can have, well, the authority just doing their stuff, Triple H, well, being the game now instead of the COO of the company. In one of the promos, you can have Seth Rollins will try to attack Daniel Bryan from behind, but Sting saves him. All of those things to build off the match for WrestleMania. So yeah, in this timeline, well, we don't have the classic RKO, and also in the tag team match, well, you can actually book the DX or NWO in that match. To which, well, yeah, why? Because, well, it's actually a huge fan service for WrestleMania, and having those group, well, being involved, well, it's a huge thing for WrestleMania also, just to create an impact. When Daniel Bryan was actually pinning, well, Triple H, you hear the break it down music, the theme song of the Generation X, everyone interfering, even Shawn Michaels, to which, well, you hear the NWO music to save Sting and Daniel Bryan, to which, well, instead of, well, Triple H winning just like in real life, well, Sting and Daniel Bryan wins in this timeline, and Sting got his, well, debut at WrestleMania, and in the WWE winning on his first match. Well, it actually puts over Daniel Bryan, and then later on, while you can book the cash in of Seth Rollins during the Brock Lesnar Roman Reigns match. For Mania, well, if you're asking where does Randy Orton go, well, he actually replaces Daniel Bryan in the ladder match, and, well, him winning the Intercontinental Championship again and making the title more relevant because, well, it's held by a former world champion. And, well, yeah, Randy Orton is also a face by this timeline, while Randy Orton is also involved in the build for the Intercontinental Championship. Well, he just actually been random to be put on the title match, and also, well, he's also having some tag team matches with Daniel Bryan before WrestleMania, to which, well, they try to fend off the authority. So he's kind of also involved with the authority storyline, but looking at Daniel Bryan and Sting, well, he nods and then he actually let the two, well, do their own business for, well, WrestleMania. To which, well, after the match, Daniel Bryan and Sting is celebrating, and then Randy Orton is walking with his newly won Intercontinental title, smiling because, well, he got his goal, well, done. So yeah, all of those shenanigans, all of those interference from DX and NWO, and then, while Randy Orton smiling backstage, knowing that the group who actually made him go out for months, especially Seth Rollins, well, that group ended, and then, while he won at least a championship at WrestleMania. So for the main event, we saw, just like in real life, Seth Rollins winning the big one. So yeah, he doesn't lose all the momentum at WrestleMania. And yeah, it made a huge moment because, well, it's the first time that a Mr. Money in the Bank cash in at WrestleMania. Not just that, but at the main event of WrestleMania. So yeah, that will be the what if for today. I hope you all like it. Like, comment down below, share, and subscribe. And also, check out my other videos here at Mikeratto. And also, take care, guys. See you at the next video.